In today's world, many of people enjoying their lives eating what they want, throwing away overflow without a second thought. At the same time, millions of people are going to sleep hungry. Children are crying because they haven't eaten all day. Mothers are skipping meals so their kids can have a little food. Old people are begging on the streets. This situation is not a sad, it's a painful of unfair. While one group of the people is wasting food, another group is praying for just one meal. This is how today's generation is wasting food without thinking and how poor people are suffering because of it. It also talks about what we can do to change this. A big problem have you seen in the food become thrown away and at the wedding, restaurant and even homes. It happens all the time. People cook too much, order too much, or just don't want leftover. That food could have, according to the United Nations, 1/3 of the food is world gets wasted. That about 1.3 billion of people food every year. Just think about it. The food we wasting could fill billions of hunger people. Why this generation wasting so much food? Many youth people today have not felt a real hunger. Food has always been available to them at home, in school, in restaurant and the delivery apps because they never had a struggle of food. They thought every half-eaten sandwich rise on their plates. Fruits because it's a little soft. They don't realize that every grain of rice takes water, land, efforts and the time to grow. Buying more than needed, we live in the world where people are always buying things, even where they don't need them. Big offers like buy one get one free or super save pack make a people buy too much food. Then they forget about it express and they throw it away. Social media and food of trends. Many people, especially the youth generation, follow the food trends on Instagram, TikTok and the YouTube. They make videos wasting food for fun, throwing cakes, fruits and doing messy challenges. Some people cook big meals just to show off and don't even eat it later. All of this send the wrong messages that food is just for a fun, not some things to respect. Not using leftover. Some people think leftover are a boring or a dirty. Next day, they just throw them away and order something new. But it stores properly and still good food. The reality of the poor, let's to talk about the another side of the people who don't have enough to eat. Children is a poor areas dies every day because of hunger. Mother go without food so their kids can eat. Old people sit by the roadside with an empty stomach hoping for someone to offer a piece of bread. In some countries, people eat from garbage, drink dirty water just to survive. This is not just happening in places. It's happening in our own city. Maybe even our near areas, which some people's wasting food in restaurant, other begging outside. Imagine how painful it must be for a hunger person to see food beginning throw away. Food waste hurts to a planet too. Wasting food doesn't just affect the people, it's also hurt the planet. When food is thrown away, it's end up in the landfills where it is erodes to create gas. This gas is bad of the environment to causes a global warming. Glowing food take water, land and energy. When food is wasted, all those resources are wasted too. For example, wasting one glass of milk means wasting about 1000 liters of water. Some people ask, it's my food. I can do what I want. But the food is not just a product, it's a gift. Not everyone is lucky enough to 3 meals a day. Some people survive on just one. Others go days without eating. We should care because we all are the human beings. We should care because the food we waste today might be what we the wish for tomorrow. What can we do? This good news is that we won't change this. We can build a generation that respects food, share with others, and lives with a more kindness. Take only one what you need, whether at the home, in a canteen, or the wedding puff. Survive yourself only as much as you can eat. You can always take more later if you still hungry. Respect food properly and eat in the next day. You can even get creative and make new dishes from leftover. Don't throw, share instead of wasting. If you have extra food, give to someone else. Many organization apps who now help people donate food to the poor. Even giving to the one hunger people can make a big difference. Educate others. Talk to your friends, siblings, and even parents about food waste. Write an article on them. Show the truth about the hunger and poverty. The more people know, the more they will care. Be grateful. Say little thank you before eating your meal. Think about the farmers who gave the crops, the work who packed it in, person who cooked it. Graduate can make us more mindful and less wasteful. Story of the Open Your Eyes. Let's look at some real life stories. In India, after a wedding, hug amount of the food were thrown away. But just outside the gate, some street kids were packing for the rush. In America, the student started collecting a leftover food from her school cafeteria and giving it to the local shelters. She helped fill thousands of people with food that would have been thrown away. In the part of Africa, farmers lose crops because they don't have good storage. Meanwhile, in the rich countries, fruits are thrown away because they don't look perfect. These stories remind us how broken your system is and how small action can fix it. Schools should teach children about food, hunger, and waste from the early age. Kids should learn not just maths, science, but also empty of responsibility. Governments should create a law to reduce the food waste. For example, supermarkets should be told to donate leftover food instead of throwing it away. Restaurants can be encouraged to give unused food to food banks. Religion and the culture teach us a respect food. All major religions teach us wasting food is wrong. In Islam, it is said that food should not be wasted because it's a blessing for God. In Hinduism, food is considered scared of should be treated with a care. In Christianity, sharing food and feeding the poor people is the holy act. In Buddhism, mindful eating is the encouraged where one eat only what is needed. No matter what religion of the belief you follow the message in the same. Respect food and help those who have none. This generation has so much more than that generation before. But with that comes responsibility. We must understand that food is life. It's not a something to waste. Every time we throw food, we're ignoring a pain of the someone who is hungry. We cannot fix it whole world overnight, but we can start with ourselves, with our plate. Let's become a generation that cares. Imagine you are the child sitting in a small hut in the poor village. It even and your stomach glowing. You haven't eaten since morning. Your mother is boiling water, not food, just to feel like something is cooking. You ask her. She doesn't answer. Her eyes will full with tears. Now imagine someone's in a big city thrown away a plate full of biryani because they are not in a mood. Two different worlds, same planet, same day. This is really of inequality. Food isn't just a physical thing, it carries emotion. Things about your mother or a grandmother cooking of you. The love, care, and the time they put into making your favorite dish. Can you put it a price on that? When you waste that food, you are not just wasting calories, you are throwing away someone's love. In the many cultures, it's believed that the wasting food is also wasting your blessing. When you respect the food, you received more. When you disrespect it, you lost not just the food, also the good thing that come with happiness and peace. There was a time who people truly respect food. Grandparents and the parents often tell stories of their childhood had a little children, yet nothing was wasted. A single roti was shared among the siblings, left over where the careful saved. People knew the efforts it took grow food. They had seen the sweat of the farmers, the long hours in the sun, and the hard life of rural families today. Things are different. Most of us live in cities where food appears on slaves like a magic. It comes in the plastic packets box, and in restaurant we never seen the soil it's grown. This disconnection makes too easy to throw food away. When you don't see the journey of a food, you don't feel its value. The food we waste couldn't be someone's festival. We often don't think twice. It's just a little extra. We say, but for someone else, that extra is everything. There are families who save for a week just to buy a rice for them. Luxurious they might have once a year, vegetables and counted, nothing is wasted. We must realize that what we treat as a garbage might be someone's celebration. The disconnect between plates and planet, we doesn't grow in the kitchen. It started in the soil. The farmer wake up the drawn work under the hot sun, faces floods and the rising costs. Just to grow our food, we may end up with wasting. Every apples take months to grow. Every bread comes to gain that was harvested clean meals packed, transported. When we throw that bread away just because it's a day old, we're throwing away the hard work of hundreds of peoples. Food wasting are the silent cry on the earth. Have you even thought about what happens to wasted food? It doesn't just disappear. It goes into a landfills where it rots the realized harmful gases that warm our planet. While the poor suffering for a climate, food crops failure, we keep filling the landfill. We keep filling the landfill. The earth is crying silently, not just because it's a halt all polluted, but because we are not respecting that what it gives us. The meal shared in the heart touches, sometimes its simplest acts leave the biggest mark. The youth boys in the city once saw the old man searching for food in the dustbin. Without saying a word, the boy gave him his lunchbox. The old man's eyes filled with tears, not just because of the food, just because of someone saw him. The kindness doesn't need a money. It's just a needed heart. Next time you have extra food, pack it neatly and hand it to someone's is need. That one packet can be a reason someone smiled that day. Wasting food is not just about the food. It's about the ignoring the blessings we have. When you waste food, you waste privilege. Many people around the world would do anything to eat where we thrown away. Wasting food is not just about the food. It's about ignoring the blessings we have. We don't choose to born into the comfort and someone else didn't choose poverty. Life gives us a different card, but what we do with them, that our choose. We can choose to be careless or we can choose to be kind, a grateful and a responsibility.